Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos, and welcome to another episode of He Rants. I am your host, Felix Long Trousers.
That's it.
Alright man, let's not waste more time. Let's get right into this reaction.
Useless human being you see in this photo falsely accused 15 men of rape. It was later proven she lied about every single one to make her ex jealous. This woman is Gemma Beal. In 2010, she cut herself with the wires hanging from a flower basket to make it look like somebody attacked her. She made up a story, went to the police, accused a random guy of raping her, and then that random guy was sent to prison. She realized she could win cases like this, and she accused 14 more men of raping her. And over the years, police spent more than 6,000 hours investigating her claims. By their estimation,
Bro, what? 6,000 hours investigating claims. What is this? I don't know if this is like in Europe, somewhere in the UK, I'm not sure, maybe. Somewhere in Europe, most likely this happened. And I was like, who they have there? Scotland Yard? So like, I could have saved you 5,999 hours and 59 freaking minutes. I could have saved you that. Bro, you could have if you're risking your life, right? If you're gonna risk your life to be in prison, right? To do the big R on a young lady, right? Terrible thing, first off, right? But if you're crazy enough and willing to do that, would you waste that on this joint, son? Like let's keep it real, son. Like, are you guys looking at how big and hefty this joint is? This joint is morbidly obese. 300, at least 300 pounds, and that's a conservative, and I mean that's a conservative. I'm talking about super conservative number, 300 pounds easily. You're telling me if I was one of the police chiefs, I'm like, nah, ain't no way these dudes is out here. you talking about they are wording this joint? Like, yo, she live in a small town with only 6 females or something like that, son? Like, bro, bro. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say because I feel like that was gonna be wild.
by their estimations, it also cost them about 350,000 pounds. It took a few years, but they eventually found out that this bitch had made everything up. All because she wanted to make one of her exes jealous and feel somewhat important. To make matters worse, she had zero remorse for her crimes and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. And I know there's gonna be some useless people who are gonna comment about how much they feel bad for her. Feel bad for the innocent men she accused. They didn't do anything wrong. They're the real victims. This ogre-looking fuck should have been jailed for 100.
Yep, 100%. I think I'm happy that he said that at the end of the video too, right? Because there's gonna be losers. There's gonna be like, oh man, you know, she probably did it for a reason, right? Yeah, to try to make her ex jealous. Here's the thing, right, fellas? What are y'all out here hitting, bro? Like, I gotta know, what are y'all out here smashing, right? The next question I would really want to ask in this situation is, all out of the 15 guys, right? All 15 guys that she accused, did they all smash? Did they find DNA evidence inside of her that they were smashing? That's diabolical, right? Or did she just find 15 random guys and start accusing them? I'm trying to figure out, like, because if they all smashed, I'm like, 15 dudes smashed this joint, son. 15 dudes smashed this. 15, y'all seen the same joint I seen. 15, I'm telling you, so I would have been in the joint. They would have promoted me to, well, I don't know what they have in Europe. Do they have a DA for Scotland Yard or something like that? I don't know. Look, who they got? Sherlock Holmes? You like Sherlock Holmes Award or something like? I'm not sure, son. They give me a medal or a biscuit or what was it, tea time or something like that. I don't know. There's so many European countries. I don't know. Is it Scotland Yard? Is it only in Scotland? Yeah, clearly this joint only getting 10 years though. I feel like that's minuscule, right? Lowest that I think she deserves is at least 15 years, a year for each individual, which I think is still minuscule. She needs to do at least 10 years for each individual, right? So you guys can do the math on that. You guys already know what it is. So I mean, she needs that. So yes, life in prison. Yeah, pretty much life in prison. And hey, who knows? Maybe she can, pump some iron and drop some weight because she looks terrible. The fact that she feels no remorse is what's even more frightening, right? Even more frightening. This is what happens when you believe, just believe, right? This is the thing. I had this conversation with one of my mans that he's messing with this one girl. Well, he was messing with her until he found out that she might be for the trenches. She might be. We don't know. We're still doing our deep dive analysis on her, right? But she definitely said that something had happened to her back in the day. You guys know we're talking about R-word stuff right here, so you know what the R-word stuff possibly happened to her back in the day. And I just asked him, I said, yo, did you ask her more, get more detail about it? Like, did you ask, like, yo, did you report it and stuff like that? And he was like, no, I'm not gonna ask her that because she might, be too sensitive about it. She might get upset or triggered or something like that. I'm like, that's what happens. That's what happens, right? A lot of dudes are scared to ask the real questions. They're scared to ask the real questions, right? Oh, because somebody's going to get triggered. I don't give a damn if somebody about to get triggered. I need to know the facts. Let me know the facts. Are you making this up? You know how many times people just, like, in my personal life, you know how many times joints have just lied, just made up a lie about somebody. Like, oh, this guy did this, and it was a lie. It was just a straight up lie. Like, unprovoked lie. Well, not necessarily unprovoked, but just lies. It's like, bro, why are you lying? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when it comes to the R word, it's easy for them to get away with it sometimes, because I feel like people are so like, I don't want to come off as insensitive. I don't want to ask probing questions to understand. Oh, girl come up to you, yeah, so yeah, he R-worded me. I'm like, dang, he really did? Like, what happened? Explain the story. Oh yeah, he called me over to come to his crib at 1:00 a.m. and I went over there. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I'm not blaming you as a victim, right? Why did you go over to his house at 1:00 a.m. and you weren't planning on giving the cheeks, right? I'm not saying that you deserve to get R-word. You should be able to go there without having to give up the cheeks. But I think a lot of people with decent minds would think, this guy is calling me over to come over to the crib at 1:00 a.m. He probably wants to hit. You know what I'm saying? That's like, so then I have to ask the question. I'm like, eventually you'll deep dive, you ask a few more questions, you'll eventually realize she's full of shit. Like, you'll find out, you'll be like, yo, this girl is making this up. Like, she's making this story up. Like I said, me personally, I know multiple stories. Me personally, not just like, not anybody on me, but people I know and acquaintances. I've heard stories. You know what I'm saying? I've heard stories. I've witnessed a situation that could have turned left, but I was there to see the situation, so I knew, like, okay, this girl's lying. This girl's lying. You know what I'm saying? So this situation, I don't know how you allow. Like, after a while, you have to ask yourself, damn, for this young 15 dudes R-word her. Wait a minute. Where is she? After a while, I'm sorry, bro. I'm blaming the victim at that point. So if you're talking about, you are asking for it. Son. You all seen that episode of American Dad with that one scene when they're at the restaurant?
Nathan, stop it. This is why you keep getting molested.
Like, at this point, I'll be like, no, if I was a police chief, I'm like, Slim, you're asking for this, bro. Where are you headed to? Like, do you just like walking down dark alleys and stuff and waiting for guys like, hey, I'm an innocent fat joint over here if you guys want to take advantage of me? Like, what are you doing, son? Like, that's why I have to start scolding her. Like, Slim, you can't just keep getting R-word like this, Slim. Like, I'm being real. Like, what's good? Like, I'll let you pass first 2-3 times. Okay, all right, like, she was bad luck. 5 times? 10 times? Like, dog, what do you work at what are you are you like a cafeteria lady or something? You work at a brothel and they accidentally, like, what, they force you into working at the, I'm like, how 15 times, bro? Who's working at Scotland Yard? Somebody tell me. And the fact that it took years for them to find out, the whole precinct got to go down. They got to. I don't know what type of damning evidence that this joint got. They have to go down. It took them years after that. This is the type of stuff I would tell. Like, if you got to go tell your family and everything about this. Like, you're like, bro, I've never seen a girl get R-word so much in my life. It's almost like, bro, it's like every 2 weeks she's getting R-word by another dude. I don't know what's going on. And why where she find these fat fetish R-word guys? like all these guys just have a infatuation with fat joints and they taking it no matter what. Like, even if the fat joint don't want it, they taking it. So, like, Like, yo, son, this is why I say you can find humor in anything, son. I'm sorry. If this was I'd be like, bruh, this joint is like, bro, after a while, I'm like, yo, she asking for it, bruh. She's asking for it. Like, I'm sorry, you can find humor in everything. Just like Patrice O'Neal said, like, yo, everything is up for jokes, bruh. Even all word jokes. We making jokes on everything. This is hilarious. This would have been hilarious, especially because she's big. That's what makes it funnier, son. Like, she's like a beluga whale in the joint, like a manatee, if you will. You feel me? Huge, just like blob, like the human blob. What are you talking about, son? X-Men superpower fatness. Just large and in charge, bro. You look like if you push her, she would literally roll down a hill in San Francisco. Like, she's humongous, bro. Large. I said large. Let me say it. Gigante. Mucha lucha gigante. If you're talking about, son. Massive. Spectacular. Like big, bro. She's just massive, bro. She got to turn sideways to go into doors. She's big. She needs 2 seats in the airplane. Like, this Detroit dudes is risking their life for this? Chief. Hey, Chief. I don't know about this one. What are you talking about, Johnson? Listen, I don't know. This one. She's very large. Chief, it's just something that feels off. I'm like, I don't know, Johnson. I think we should stay with her. No. Chief. Listen. I've never seen any dude out here just swarm of dudes. We're talking about a big kindergarten class out here. R-word and fat joints. Like, shut the fuck. Okay, man. I mean, I'm glad justice was served, man. But those guys who spent time in prison, this guy didn't explain exactly how many years those guys were in prison for, but it was years. Even if it was a few months, even if it was a few minutes, this is a problem. And you know, the thing that sucks is God knows how their prison time was, right? Because if you're telling me, hopefully this don't happen in Sweden, because I heard Sweden is pretty sweet when it comes to prison. Like, but if it doesn't happen in Sweden, yeah, man, a lot of people don't like R words in prison, so it would have been pretty bad for those guys. Yeah, I need some type of financial compensation. I need some type of compensation, so like something, because I don't feel like this is enough retribution. Like, I really don't think so. 10 years and she feels no remorse? No, I gotta let her feel it, bro. 10 years and then she has to be put on a strict diet. I think that'll get her. She'll start feeling something. Like, what? You gotta put me on a strict diet? Like, what? Like, come on, son. Like, then she'll feel it then. But until then, I don't know. So put her. But again, maybe she's in the UK. Do y'all still use dungeons in the UK to lock your prisoners and they have the shackles and they just be like hanged up under? I don't know. But if you stay this long, I appreciate you. I love you, man. Thank you. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, man. That's all I got to say. Peace and blessings. You ugly mofos. And I'm out.